Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed my cream contour and highlight routine. I absolutely love working with cream products. They're so easy to work with, so easy to blend, and they just look so fresh and glowy and dewy on the face. So if you'd like to see my cream contour and highlight routine, then please keep watching. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Dior Skin Forever in the shade 021. I absolutely love this foundation. It is a little bit on the lightweight to medium coverage, so you can really build it up without it looking super cakey. So first, to put it on my face, I like to use a brush and then go over it with a beauty blender. And I'm just using my Revolution BX15 brush. And if you see me looking here, it's because I'm looking in my little mirror, so I'll try and make sure not to cover it. And this has more of like a neutral, like yellow based undertone, which I prefer on my face. And I don't like to add too much foundation when doing a cream routine because you're adding a lot of other products onto your face, which gives you a little extra coverage anyways. Now, just to set in my foundation, I'm going to use my little Eco Tools little blender thing and my MAC Fix Plus. Just make sure it's pretty damp. And then I'm just gonna press this right into the skin. And since this is a setting spray, it's nice because it'll just help it set in a little bit better. Next, for concealer, I'm using my Makeup Forever HD concealer. And this is in the shade R32, which is a little bit more of a red shade. And that's gonna cancel out any dark circles I have. And this is what that looks like. It's super creamy, and it really does a good job of staying all day. And then I like to go in with a little more brightening of a concealer. This is in the shade Y31, and I'll show you guys what it looks like on my hand. You can really tell the difference. That's the pink one, and that is the just normal shade that I'm gonna use under my eye. And just placing the pink corrector shade right where I need it. And don't take it too far up. See how I leave a little bit of space? This keeps the eyes a little bit more awake. The higher you go with concealer, if you go right up to your waterline, it makes your eyes look like really puffy or something like that. So I'm just really blending this out. So this way, once I blend it with my blender, it'll blend a little bit easier. So see, you can't really see any harsh lines. It just already looks a little blended. Then right underneath with the Y31 shade, I'm gonna place that right below to brighten. Almost like a little rainbow. And then I kind of just blend everything out a bit. You can do your smile lines. But see how already it just brings some lightness to the center of the face. And this will make blending with your beauty blender a lot easier. And place it right above my lip. Anywhere where you get redness or you need concealer, just a little bit, tiny bit on my nose. Tiny bit on the forehead. Anywhere where you have blemishes or anything like that, this is where you would cover that up. And like the smallest amount on my chin. Going back in with my little Eco Tools blender, now I'm gonna go through and blend it all out. I like to blend in between each step. I just feel like it just really presses it into the face. I like that this kind of like a little sponge has a like hard edge on it. It's nice because I can get right up in there. To just lightly set my under eyes, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Pressed Translucent Powder. That's what that looks like, and I'm just taking like, there's hardly anything on my brush. And just pressing it in only where I put that. I'm gonna leave the rest of the face really dewy, and I'm hardly using any powder, but this way, if you get oily down the T-zone, it just helps mattify that a little bit, and then you can add the glow wherever else you need to. For the next step, I'm going to bronze up my face using the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate palette. I absolutely love this because the shade is a perfect contour shade. It's not too cool, not too warm, so you don't look ashy and you don't look orange, which is just the perfect shadow color. And then the Illuminate color is a really nice, almost like iridescent, milky shade, but it is like a perfect natural glow. Once you blend it in, it just looks like a healthy glow. Starting with the forehead, I like to keep it kind of high up near my hairline. And just really get that in there. Just keep it right up near the hairline. Leave the center of the forehead out. And then I'll go in and push that into the face. Make sure I get it all up in there. You can see it leaves like a really natural shaded area. It's really nice. Once you get the hang of it, you can just place it right on with the Beauty Blender, but it's a little easier at first with a brush. And really blend that out. I drag it right into the hairline because if you wear your hair up, you don't want to like have like a purely white scalp and then a tan face. Now for the cheeks, don't take it too far, but I like to start right about at my ear. And so you just have a nice little line here, but I like to blend it out right away. You can use the other end if you need to. And I blend it all the way up to the contour we did before. Cream contouring just takes a little extra blending and a little extra time, but it's so worth it once you get the desired kind of like contour and shape that you want for your face. You can use this as your bronzer shade and just put a tiny, tiny bit into the crease. Just to even give your eyes a little bit more of a definition. Using this one brush from MAC 286, it's got like these little bristles coming out, which is really nice to blend any kind of cream shadow. And just bring that up. Not being neat with this whatsoever. I always like to have some type of shadow underneath my eye. There we go. Now that we're all bronzed, I'm gonna bring a little bit more color back into my face. And the cream blush I'm using is from Stila. And this is in the shade Lilium. It's just a really nice kind of mauve-y color. Dab it onto my hand first to get rid of a little bit of product. And then smile and place it wherever you like it. I like to bring my blush not too close to my face, but and this I just like to apply with my fingers. And I do like to add just some excess blush to my temples and down my nose. And I always like to add just a little bit to my eyes. This way it pulls everything together. And I really love those looks where you have like the same blush color in your crease, the same bronzer that you use, so it just ties the whole look together. So now for the highlighting portion of the contour, I'm going to use that Shade and Illuminate palette in the highlight shade. And I'm just taking a very small amount and dabbing it right here. I like to place just a little bit right above the brow. Right above the Cupid's bow. I do like to pop a little bit right under the brow bone. And then I like to just dab a little bit into the corners of my eye, right into the tear duct. So now that everything is set on my face, I just went ahead and filled in my brows and added just one more layer of mascara. You can leave it as is, but I always like to set a little bit of the bronzer and blush because that is like the first thing that fades off, I feel like. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit, but you can totally just stop at this step if you like. For bronzer and highlight, I'm just gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. It's really soft colors, so it kind of pairs well with the colors I already used. And for that, I'm literally just taking the tiniest amount and patting it into my face, anywhere where I applied my bronzer. This is just gonna ensure that it doesn't slide around and it doesn't move the rest of the day, especially because it's like 109 degrees outside. So if your makeup is gonna slide, today would be the day. Now just using a fan brush, dipping into the highlight shade, just a small amount. Place it anywhere that we placed the highlighter. And I do love to layer highlighters. So I just think it gives a really pretty, fresh glow to the face. I do like a little V here and bring it in right there. So it's just a little V. Just to add a little bit of blush on top of the cream blush, I'm just using this Tarte Party blush. It's P-A-A-A-R-T-Y, Amazonian clay blush. And this is what that looks like. So it's super neutral, just kind of almost looks like the same color. For just a little extra glow, I like to just put a little bit of my highlighter onto my clavicle. It just makes it look super fresh, and a tiny bit onto my shoulders. To completely finish off the look, I'm just gonna do a neutral lip. This is the MAC lip pencil in the shade Whirl. It's just a really pretty neutral color. For lip gloss, I'm going to use the Bare Minerals color in the shade Heartbreaker. And this is what that looks like. It's really pretty. I feel like I'm gonna wear this a ton in the fall time. The last final step, just to draw everything together, I'm gonna spray my face to set it using the Fix Plus from MAC Prep and Prime. And it just makes it super fresh and glowing. So this is the final look. Everything just looks super radiant and glowing and just fresh and awake. And I just love using cream products. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.